Now the Motorola Edge certainly feels like one of the first dedicated Moto flagship smartphones for quite some time, and so it's packed with loads of great unique features that you won't find on any other Motorola handset. From those funky edge display tools to some rather nifty gamer features, here's how to get the most from your shiny new pal. It's a proper Motorola Edge tips and tricks guide, huzzah! And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now, like all Moto blows, the Motorola Edge rocks a very stock version of Android, but it is very easy to change up the general look and feel with a bit of theme in action. What you want to do is long press on any spare bit of desktop space and then hit the Styles option. Or alternatively, just find the Moto Experiences app, which is just labeled Moto, in your App Store, and then scroll down until you hit Personalize, give that a little tap, and you'll find it in there too. And incidentally, in both those menus, you can also change up the wallpaper on your Motorola Edge. You can change up the grid layout for all of your apps on the desktops, and you can even play around here in the personalized section of the Moto Experiences app with the fingerprint animation. I personally rather enjoy this jazzy disco effort here, but there are a couple of others to choose from. But anywho, I digress. Once you've gone into the Styles feature, you'll find you can mess around with the font, the color, the icon shape, a couple of other bits as well to get the Moto Edge set up just the way you like. To get started, just tap this Theme 1 icon down below. You'll be presented with a number of choices. Just select your preferred option, and then at the end of it all, bosh, you've got your very own Moto Edge theme. You just give it a name and that's you done. Now those wonderfully curved edges on the display are presumably what gave the Motorola Edge its name, but they're not just a pretty little bit of design flair. In fact, Motorola has really gone to town with the screen edge features on this thing. Now one very important feature is the ability to choose whether your apps actually curve around the edges of the display like so, or whether they stop just short instead. And that's particularly important if you're going to be doing a bit of gaming on the likes of PubG Mobile on your Motorola Edge. You don't want those tiny on-screen buttons going over the curved edges because the responsiveness will be iffy at best. Don't want to give those bloody 12-year-olds who've been off school for 3 months even more of an advantage over you, let's face it. To play around with this, all you need to do is go into Settings and then Display, tap on Advanced, and then go to Edge Display. And this will give you a big old list of all of your apps, and you can say whether they can be displayed over those curvy edges or not. You've also got the Edge Lights feature to play around with, and this illuminates both sides of the display when you get an incoming notification or call. It's a subtle little way of catching your attention when the Motorola Edge is sat beside you during a meeting or whatever, even when you have it lying face down. To actually activate this feature and play around with it, once again dive into the Motorola Edge's settings and go to Display, tap Advanced, and then there it is right there, Edge Lights. Just make sure that wee toggle up top is switched on, and then dive into settings if you want to customize the Edge Lights feature. It's kind of limited. You can't say specifically which apps will cause the Edge Lights to activate. For instance, it's just all notifications or none. But you can at the very least schedule the Edge Lights feature and play around with a couple of other bits. And another feature that's at the very least worth knowing about is the Edge Touch tool. This is basically just a dinky wee shortcut bar which sits on the edge of your screen, can be used for a variety of quite useful functions. To get this on the go, you'll once again want to dive into that Moto Experiences app here in the Apps tray, go to the Moto Display section, and in there you'll find Edge Touch. And once that's active, you'll find that you can basically swipe your finger across it towards the center of the screen, and you'll pull out this handy little toolbar which you can fill with up to 6 different shortcuts. And of course you can completely configure and customize these shortcuts by tapping this little cog icon down at the bottom. You can add in shortcuts to any of your installed apps. More usefully, you can dive into specific features within apps, for instance, setting up a new event within Calendar. I've got a Deezer search, so whenever I hear a new song or an album that I really want to check out, I can just dive straight into the search function. We've also got a couple of different tools that you can call up, for instance, a virtual ruler if you ever desperately need to measure anything in particular. And you've got a contacts option in there as well. And of course, if you dive into the settings, as you might expect, you'll be able to completely customize it, including changing the actual position of the bar as well. So you can swap it from the left edge over to the right if you like. And you can move it up and down, get it exactly positioned where you want it. And just another quick tip as well, remember the Edge Display feature? Well, you can actually activate and deactivate that with a quick double tap of the Edge touch bar as well. So as you can see, double tap, it's no longer curving over the edges of that display. Another tap, and it is. Now, if you've been following along at home, you should be pretty used to that Moto Experiences app by now, and believe it or not, there's even more great features packed away in there that I haven't even touched on yet. One of my favorite sections in here is undoubtedly the Moto Actions. This adds a whole bunch of great gesture support. So for instance, if you think your wrists are up to it, you can open up the camera app with a quick double twist like so. And you can also instantly activate the torch with a swift double karate chop like so, handy for those late night bathroom breaks. And another handy feature buried away in the Moto Actions is the lift to unlock, stuck here right at the very bottom. And combined with the face recognition, this is a fairly quick and easy way to securely unlock your phone. It's nowhere near as swift or as responsive as a lot of rivals like Huawei or Google or anything like that, but it'll do the job in a pinch if you're wearing gloves or your hands are a bit greasy or grubby so you can't use that fingerprint sensor. And if you're yet to set up the Motorola Edge's facial recognition, well, it's nice and easy, so why not do it now? Just head into the security section of the settings menu and you'll find Face Unlock down in there. Setting it up is super quick and easy, and then once that's done, you'll be able to use that Face Unlock whenever you lift the smartphone or just hit the power button. Now, just recently, Motorola introduced the cool new GameTime feature, which is ideal for anyone who wants to pass lockdown by basically gleefully murdering strangers online. To get started with GameTime, you'll have to, yeah, you guessed it, dive on into that Motorola Experiences app and scroll right to the bottom, and in there you will find Moto GameTime. Now, when you activate GameTime, you'll notice that a dinky little icon will pop up on screen whenever you actually start up a game, and you can use this to access the various settings and tools whenever you're actually blasting through your favorite title. You can move the icon around if you want to get it in a certain position, or if you dive into the settings on GameTime, you can actually remove it entirely and have it so you just swipe from the edge of the screen to open up that menu instead. And the GameTime menu serves up essential features like notifications blocking, so you're not disturbed just as you're about to fill some schmuck's torso with lead. And the good news is you can still allow calls from important contacts, so your boss need never know that you're taking a crafty PubG break in the middle of the day. And here on the Motorola Edge, you've also got a new virtual trigger feature, which actually works a lot better than I ever expected. This calls up left and right shoulder buttons on the top edge of your display while you're gaming, and you can allocate them to any on-screen control. So for instance, here in PubG Mobile, I mapped the left trigger to the aim button and the right trigger to the shoot. And while you don't get any proper haptic feedback or anything like that, it definitely helps out on a complicated game like PubG, where you've got a lot of on-screen controls, a lot of clutter. And last up, you may not get an always on display feature here on the Motorola Edge, but as a kind of compromise, you do at least get the peak display. This can show you if you've got any waiting notifications whenever you tap the screen, so you know whether to bother picking up your phone and actually unlocking it, which can be a handy little time saver. And of course, it's not much use just knowing that you've got a new message waiting, but if you tap and hold on it, then you will be able to see what the message is, who it is from. If you want to open it up, you can actually drag it down into the fingerprint sensor, but of course you'll have to actually use the finger that you have registered. That would always help. Otherwise, you can get rid of a notification simply by dragging it up into the dismiss section. And to get on board with the peak display, all you need to do is go into your settings. Once again, go to that display section, hit advanced, and then if you scroll down a bit, you'll find peak display right there. If you dive on into the settings for the peak display, you will see there is an approach to wake option as well, which says reach for your device to wake up peak display. But frankly, I found that you could basically be doing a rave disco dance over the Motorola Edge and it doesn't seem to actually do anything, so I wouldn't even bother, just stick with the simple tap. And there you have my full tips and tricks guide for your shiny new Motorola Edge smartphone. Now, if I missed off your own particular favorite features, definitely feel free to smash them down in a comment down below. Please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, all that other YouTube governs, and have yourselves a lovely week. Cheers everyone.